Hello children, in this video I will teach you about the Lucknow Pact 1916. The Lucknow Pact was signed in 1916 in Lucknow. Two important developments took place in this session. Number 1, moderates and extremists decided to work together against the British rule. Secondly, Congress and Muslim League united in their fight against British in their demand for Swaraj. Main reforms suggested by the Lucknow Pact: self-government in India, abolition of the Indian Council, separation of the executive from the judiciary, salaries of the Secretary of State for Indian Affairs to be paid from British coffers and not the Indian funds. 1/3 representation to be given to Muslims in the central government. Separate electorates for all communities until a joint electorate is demanded by all. Increasing the term of the Legislative Council to 5 years. Half the members of the Imperial Legislative Council to be Indians. All elected members to be elected directly on the basis of adult franchise. 4/5 of the members of the provincial legislatures to be elected and 1/5 to be nominated. Members of the Legislative Council to elect their president themselves. Assessment of Pact. The Lucknow Pact gave the impression of a Hindu-Muslim unity in the national political scene, but it was only an impression and short-lived. The agreement between the parties on a separate communal electorate formally established communal politics in India. Through this pact, the INC also tacitly accepted that India consisted of two different communities with different interests. The arrival of Gandhiji. Gandhiji is considered to be the most important leader who spearheaded the national movement. His chief contribution to the national movement was that he made the Indian national movement a mass movement. After spending about 20 years in South Africa fighting against the discriminatory practices of the South African government in a peaceful manner, Gandhiji came back to India in 1915. In the first phase of his life, he established an ashram on the banks of river Sabarmati in Gujarat and joined Indian National Congress in 1916 and led 3 satyagrahas at Champaran in Bihar, Ahmedabad and Kheda in Gujarat, and was able to win the support of the people. In Champaran, peasants on the indigo plantations were forced to cultivate indigo on their best land and sell at low prices fixed by the European planters. Gandhiji took up their cause and was successful in his satyagraha. Similarly, in Ahmedabad, he led the strike of the mill workers for increase in their wages, and after 21 days of strike, a favorable agreement was reached. In Kheda, he forced the government to suspend tax collection as the crops had failed that year. The satyagraha was one of the greatest weapons of Gandhiji. It was a policy of non-violence, to observe fast, etc., to force his views on the government. Gandhiji became the leader of the masses. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Gandhiji called for a nationwide non-violent opposition to Rowlatt Act. He declared that April 6, 1919 will be observed as a day of strike. The people responded to it very enthusiastically. All over India, demonstrations were held and the government used brutal methods to suppress them. In Punjab, a large public meeting was held at Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar to protest against the arrest of two popular leaders, Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. The Jallianwala Bagh is enclosed on three sides by buildings and had only one narrow entrance or exit. A large crowd was sitting there peacefully listening to the leaders when all of a sudden General Dyer surrounded the park and closed the exit point and ordered his troops to open fire till their ammunition was exhausted. Thousands were killed and wounded. Khilafat and the non-cooperation movement. In 1920, Gandhiji started the non-cooperation movement against the injustice done to the people of Punjab during the Jallianwala Bagh incident, to demand for Swaraj, against treatment of Muslims by the British, that is, Khilafat wrongs. Khilafat agitation was started by two leaders, namely Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Muslims considered the rulers of Turkey as Khalifa. He was regarded as a religious head. In 1918, the British assured the Muslims that after the war, Turkey will be treated with sympathy. On the contrary, after the war, parts of Turkish Empire went into the hands of France, England and Greece, and the Sultan was deprived of his powers, which angered the Muslims, and they too joined the non-cooperation movement. Methods. People were asked to return honorary titles. They boycotted British goods, schools and institutions run by them. They boycotted legislatures. Responding to his call, several Indians, whether they were clerks, teachers, lawyers or artisans, suspended their work. The students boycotted their classes. Various national universities were established like Jamia Millia Islamia and Kashi Vidyapit. Lawyers gave up their practice. People made bonfire for foreign clothes. People joined the movement irrespective of their religion. This movement was a great success, but Gandhiji had to call off the movement in 1922. He had asked the people to follow the policy of non-violence, but unfortunately a violent incident occurred in Chauri Chaura where police opened fire at the peasants and the peasants set the police station on fire, which killed 22 policemen. This incident shocked Gandhiji and he called off the movement. The government took advantage of the situation and arrested Gandhiji, and he remained in prison for 6 years. After Gandhiji's arrest, a kind of vacuum appeared in the national movement. During this time, C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru started the Swaraj Party. They were of the view that they should contest elections and become the members of legislature and then fight for their cause. They contested the elections and won. They agitated in the assembly through their speeches and demanded for self-rule. But in due course, they felt that they were not very peaceful and left the assembly, and the party faded after the death of C.R. Das in 1925. At the same time, there was a re-emergence of the revolutionaries. The Hindustan Socialist Republican Association was formed under the leadership of Bhagat Singh. Members of the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association assassinated Saunders, a police officer. In 1929, Bhagat Singh and B.K. Dutt threw a bomb in the Legislative Assembly and raised the slogan, Inqilab Jindabad. Later on, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev were hanged at the gallows by the British. The government thus tried to suppress the revolutionaries ruthlessly.